which has got presence in more than 20 countries, and by the way of interacting and empowering women by the way of having more successful and established women and their journey, how they achieved whatever the status they have. So I'm really excited to start and open today's session. And I welcome you all. I, Anshul Sharma, along with my co-host Neeti Sharma, welcome you all to this show. And I'll request Ms. Neeti Sharma also to welcome our today's guest, and then we will begin the session. Over to you, Ms.
Yes.
Neeti.
Thank you so very much. परिंदों को मिलती है मंजिल एक दिन, परिंदों को मिलती है मंजिल एक दिन, ये फैले हुए पर उनके बोलते हैं, ये फैले हुए पर उनके बोलते हैं, अक्सर वही लोग खामोश रहते हैं, अक्सर वही लोग खामोश रहते हैं जो खुद नहीं उनके हुनर बोलते हैं। जी हाँ, अ वेरी गुड इवनिंग, वॉर्म वेलकम टू ईच एंड एवरी वन। शुभ संध्या, नमस्कार, आप सभी का तहे दिल से हार्दिक स्वागत है हमारे इस कार्यक्रम #Women Power a Global Movement presented by Global Talent Company India Private Limited. वेल गाइज, आप सभी को ये मालूम है कि एवरी सैटरडे, लाइक फर्स्ट सैटरडे ऑफ एवरी मंथ हमारा मुंबई चैप्टर रहता है, और मुंबई चैप्टर में हमारे प्यारे प्यारे गेस्ट आते हैं जिनके साथ हम बातें करते हैं, इंटरेक्शन करते हैं, बहुत प्यारा सा रुझान रहता है। आप सब भी बहुत प्यारे प्यारे से कमेंट्स करते रहते हैं। तो बस आज हमारे साथ जो हमारी गेस्ट आई हैं वो किसी परिचय के मोहताज नहीं है। देखिए, आप देख सकते हैं द विनिंग एज की CEO एंड फाउंडर छाया सहगल जी आज हमारे साथ हैं। बस उनसे बातों का सिलसिला हम जारी करेंगे। तो ओवर टू यू अंशुल मैम, एंड वेलकम छाया मैम।
Thank you so much. And I'm really humbled having you. And as said by Helen Keller, keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow. But I believe differently. I believe if you keep this shadow with you, you will achieve your sunshine. Yes, my dear friends, I'm talking about the Chaya, the shadow, the Chaya Sehgal, who is mentor, who's coach and teacher to so many youngsters who want to start their entrepreneurship and who has achieved their entrepreneurial journey. And she is one of the most admired teacher at her institute, Jamna Lal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies. And she is alumnus of that institute. And she is the most prominent figure in management institutions in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, and Pan India also. And she has been invited by several international institutes as well for, guiding and mentoring their students for achieving their dreams. So the today's guest speaker that we have, and the way she has shown the dedication and the way she dominate her work to achieve it. She just crush all the hurdles coming her way, and
Wow.
That's how I always feel about her, as she works in a loinous way. And that's what I wanted to share with you, Chaya, which I never shared with you. But yes, I wanted it to come live on this show, wherein even others will know about your working style, wherein I always find you like, that spirit of loyness, wherein nothing comes your way when you decide or when you plan to achieve something. And that we will, discuss during this show also. But before that, I would request you to just share your story, because you came from a very different background. When I say different, you came from northern part of the country, and then now dominating the western area, and through western zone you are actually dominating Pan India, I would say. So certainly I would request you to just share how it all began, and what was the kind of childhood you had, and how it all came, like what is your motivation behind it, how you kept this enthusiasm alive, which you are infusing in your students, in your mentees as well. So I would request and would love to hear from you, Chaya.
Thank you, Anshul, and thank you, Nidhi. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Thank you so much. Actually, that introduction was pretty overwhelming, and I'm now searching for some words to begin with. But
Can you be
Anshul,
little louder, Chaya? Be
yeah,
little louder,
okay.
please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I said your introduction was pretty overwhelming, and now I'm just searching for some words, you know. I was just thinking, you know, Anshul, I don't dominate my work. Actually, I surrender to my work.
Wow, that's great.
Actually, I surrender to my work. So I don't know if in the process it gets dominated. Why? Because it's a part of me, and you know, I mean, I eat, I breathe, I live, I do
Your work.
everything. Yeah, I do everything what is required for that
Wow.
work to be done. So maybe it just comes across therefore that I wouldn't stop until it is done. Yeah, I wouldn't stop until it is done, but I actually surrender to it
Oh.
because I really respect my work.
जी जी.
It's my lifeline, and that's what we were taught since the childhood, to respect our work, you know, to respect everything, to respect
जी.
elders, to respect, you know, work, to respect resources, to respect people, to respect what God has given us, and to respect what He decides not to give also. So basically, I
Right.
surrender myself to it. So maybe that is where that little bit of I was itching to tell you that. Okay, now beyond that, yes, beyond that. So see, I was born and brought up in Madhya Pradesh in a Maharashtrian family. So until graduation, I was in Madhya Pradesh. My father was in education department, and he worked for the state government of Madhya Pradesh. And in Madhya Pradesh, every small township and village also has a college. Government has set up a college, even in a tiniest of place. And that's how my father used to be posted in all those small villages, you know. But education was never an issue. There used to be just one school, although in every place, one for the girls, one for the boys. And so, you know, all these private schools and all these English medium schools and this IB education and all that, which eventually we made available to our own children, we hadn't even heard of when we were children and we were schooling. But we had a parallel school going on at home, and that was thanks to my mother. Since father was in education, of course, education was very important. And the mother was also highly educated. In those days, my mother was a scholar, and she was the merit holder in MA Philosophy from Agra University. She did her Sahitya Ratna in Hindi. And she did everything possible. I think she learned Sanskrit, and she used to be the sports person. And she's the one who got to study in English medium because she was born and brought up in a big place like Indore. But I was the one who studied in Hindi medium because I grew in small villages. But the mother was there, and the mother used to teach us, including English, everything. While at home, we were doing all the household work, things like filling water from the well. You know, those were the jobs also we were required to do because there were so small villages. Yeah. In our childhood, we have done that all. So those things we used to do, we used to study. But the focus was very clear that we have to study. And of course, the focus was very clear that, you know, for all-round development, whatever it is that we have to participate in. It could be debate, speeches, extempora, then it could be Rangoli competition, it could be music, song, whatever it is, in everything we have to participate. And the mother used to take care of this whole thing. She would help us write speeches, you know, she would even apply some tunes to, you know, Hindi poems of big poets, and then we used to sing those. And so in true sense, she was my mentor, and she was very focused, and she did not let us do much of the household work also because she thought that this is the time for our development. But we were doing whatever household work was required because there were no servants, you know, we couldn't afford any. It was a humble childhood, but very highly value driven because my father was very upright and very honest. He was brutally honest, actually. He did not even take a single tuition, you know, until he died, because he thought that if he does that, then he'll be partial to other students, although the resources were really limited. But so the childhood was basically value driven. also family values were there. There were values of honesty. There were values of not blowing one's own trumpet. There were values about doing our best and always, staying modest about it. What's the big deal? Everybody is doing what is required. So what is there for you to speak? And of course, that, that typical childhood where if you get 95 marks, then you come home and they'll ask marks. You must be aware of this kind of childhood. Most of us had this kind of childhood, right? So it was pretty much like that. But yeah. So
actually, it is also said now that diamonds are not made just because they shine. They are made diamonds, or they shine both because they went through so much of heat, so much of pressure, and I think that was the kind of nurturing we people had, or the people of our age had during their childhood. So it's amazing story, Chaya, that you are telling about, and the kind of values you carried from your since childhood. And I think teaching is something that is running in your genes. Wherein your father was teacher, your mother was also a teacher, and when I talk about values, so certainly Hindi is such a wide, literature in itself, and it is such a knowledge, base of the Gyan Sagar that I can say. That Hindi is the core of any language, and Sanskrit basically is the core of any language. And in fact, when what I know, like you studied Sanskrit also, Chaya.
Yeah, so you see, this thing was there about scoring, right? In those days, even now it is there, very much there. So if you want to score well, then you have to have the subjects, where you can score well. So Hindi literature was the first language, and the second language in the board, therefore, was Sanskrit. So that I could score good marks, and which did help actually. But because of that, English was totally an alien language. In English language, we never got to study at all, neither as a medium of instruction nor as one of the subjects in the classroom ever. So,
but the way you are talking right now, ma'am,
so
it's excellent.
So you have to learn. See, you have to learn, right? I married a Punjabi, so I started speaking Punjabi also. Just like that, I'm speaking English because then I came to Mumbai for higher education, and here it was all English medium. I was pretty lost, and first semester was very bad in UD City. Today it is MUI City. It is erstwhile Mumbai University Department of Chemical Technology is what.
And I think when you talk about coming to Mumbai, like when you came to Mumbai, it was all because of your own performance. It was not because of anything else, because you win that scholarship also, right, while studying here. And so please
actually,
share, like
throughout. I have studied throughout on scholarships. Throughout.
Wow.
Lovely.
95
that's
marks,
something.
like she was saying, no, 95 marks, if she's bringing to like 5 marks kahan gaye?
No, and see, getting 95 in today's time is something, it is become a common thing, but 95, even thinking 95 marks, those days was something amazing and beyond certain things.
Yeah.
And certainly
typical nerds, we were typical nerds actually. In those days, we did not apply lipsticks, or we did not wear jewelry, we did not cut our hair. All we did was to oil our hair, and we were not even allowed to stand in front of a mirror for more than 2 minutes, even when even when we turn teenagers. Today's teenagers tell you it's my life, when we teenagers, and for 2 minutes extra we stood in front of a mirror trying to admire ourselves. Our father used to come from behind and hit us like this and get out now, start doing, you have enough work to do.
छाई जी, एक बहुत प्यारा सा क्वेश्चन आ रहा है मेरा. वो क्वेश्चन तब से है जब से मैंने आपका पिक देखा है. एंड दैट इज लाइक के आपके चेहरे का जो नूर है, आपके नूर है, और आपकी जो प्यारी सी स्माइल है, वो किसके पास से आई है? मम्मी के पास से कि पापा के पास से? थोड़ा सा वे अलग जा रहा है, लेकिन पूछूंगी जरूर, बिकॉज आई रियली लव योर स्माइल.
मम्मी की देन है.
हाँ, वो लगा.
पर हमें तो ये भी नहीं पता था कि हम इतना अच्छा स्माइल करते हैं, क्योंकि हमारी मम्मी तो कभी स्माइल हमारी तरफ करती नहीं थी, वो तो इतनी स्ट्रिक्ट थी. तो बड़े हुए तब देखा कि मम्मी का स्माइल बड़ा प्यारा है, बड़े होके जब फोटो खिंचवाए, खींचना शुरू किया, सेल्फी बनाना, तब समझ में आया कि हमारी भी स्माइल अच्छी है। हमें तो पता ही नहीं था कि हमारा कुछ अच्छा है फिर।
So really good one, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing, see, as I believe, they are very strong, very tough, very hard at work, and from the appearance. When I say appearance, does not mean the face and the gestures, but the way they are being perceived by other people. Very strong or very determined, but at the same time they are very tender, they are very
Soft-hearted.
soft hearted or emotional at heart also, which I have seen the kind of rapport, the kind of relationship you maintain with your students. And especially like whenever these students they achieve something, and especially I have seen they just thank you like anything, their heart come out. And so what is the kind of nurturing, I would say, what is the kind of mentorship you give to students, and you are heading the entrepreneurship cell also at the institute, JBIMS. So what is your message to students, Chaya, or the youth as a whole, that what they should do, and what are the challenges that they are facing to bring their dream come true? Because most of the youth, they want to get into their own work, but somewhere they lack, either due to some the wrong directions, or maybe due to some finances. There are several challenges. So please share some inputs about what are the kind of challenges that youth faces, or anybody for that matter, when they get into entrepreneurship, and how they can overcome these challenges. Because you are part of MSME, you are part of entrepreneurship cell, you are part of so many management association, and now you are independent director also. You are on the Ministry of Affairs. You are registered officially there too. So please share your some guidance through this show, wherein people can enlighten their vision about how they can go forward.
That's that question might have a little long answer if you allow me to.
Yes,
But,
ma'am. The stage is all yours.
Definitely.
So, there are several aspects about this question. First question is that the kind of ambition that you have. I think it's important to have an ambition. It's very important to have an ambition, and see, for example, in my case, it was inculcated in me by my mother. Okay, but the ambition was never, to. She always says that नहीं बहुत अच्छा काम करना है, बहुत बड़ा बनना है. She used to say like that. She never said कि बहुत पैसा कमाना है, अच्छी गाड़ियों में घूमना है, बहुत डायमंड पहनने हैं. She never said any of that.
Wow.
She said जो काम हाथ में लो वो ऐसा होना चाहिए कि करने के बाद तुम्हें ऐसा नहीं लगे कि I could have done it better.
Wow, lovely.
And if somebody else has done it better than you, it should not pinch you.
Oh, that's so true. Wow.
It should also not pinch you. If someone else is doing it better, it should not pinch you, because you have done it to your best. And if you have done it like that, you will always have that contentment, and you will never compare yourself with anyone. I think the most important lesson in life is to not compare yourself with anyone.
That's great.
Whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are a leader, or whether you are a student, or whether you are in corporate. I have spent 13 long years in corporate life also. I think this one lesson that my mother gave me, it really stood by me, that you should never compare yourself with anyone. At all the time, you should just strive to give your best. And if you really want to compare yourself, then you compare yourself with your version of yesterday. What is it that on hindsight you feel, yes, that you could have done better? Next time, make sure that you do it like that. On hindsight, what mistakes you think you have made, avoid them in the future. Never make those mistakes again. But be happy with yourself, and be happy for others also when they do good work. And if they do better work than you, then acknowledge, not just acknowledge, also try to learn from them.
Absolutely.
So this is the first and foremost prerequisite for growing in life. We can keep growing. Today I have my children, today I have my students. I am constantly, aware that many of them have many things which I don't have. Every day when we step into a classroom, there will always come a moment when a student asks you a question or he makes a comment, and you just, the realization comes upon you that, oh, I never thought like that. It is that realization which is very important, and you have to keep that alive, because that is what will keep you grounded. And if we stay grounded, I think our roots can really grow. And we grow on top only as much as our roots grow under the ground. So it's very important to stay grounded. It's very important to keep learning.
Amazing.
Very important. And when you are grounded and when you are aware, you automatically keep learning. Today, now the whole world is acknowledging that collaboration is the key to success and competition is not.
Competition is not.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Look at our students, when they earn marks in terms of percentile, some 0.000 some percentile, and that poor student loses the admission where he has been, dreaming to get into, right? It's a very tough life they have. It's a very tough life they have. But I always tell them that it doesn't really matter where you come from, where you went. What matters is what you are doing with what you have. You don't have to have resources. Without resources also you can succeed. Nobody has succeeded because he and she had resources. People who have succeeded have created the resources for themselves.
Wow, that's a good one.
So it's not the money. Time, life has given time, equally to everybody, right? If I say I have 30 years of work, you have 30 years of work, she has 30 years of work. All of us had those 30 years, very fairly and equally given by the life. What difference did we make in those 30 years? Is what is going to show in the difference of my success versus yours. As much as I may not want to compare it, but the truth is that what I do with that resource which I have, that one resource of time which I have, if I use it well, if I respect it, I think all other resources get created.
Wow, that's a good one.
I have to use my capabilities.
It is basically the optimum utilization of the available resources and creating more, from them. Lovely, and what a message you have given for youth. And
की point
छाया, like you are the
जी
key points.
yeah की point जो मुझे लगा है छाया जी, that was like first of all यूथ के लिए, क्योंकि हम लोग हर बार जब भी सेशन होता है और जब हम यूथ के बारे में चर्चा भी करते हैं तो विषय ये आता है कि हम काफ़ी बार ये पूछ भी चुके हैं, हमारे जो भी आते हैं मेहमान जो भी आते हैं हमारे, हम उनसे पूछते हैं कि आज के यूथ में, और यदि हम पहले के यूथ को देखें, लाइक आज से 20 साल पहले का यूथ देखें और आज के यूथ में, जो एक बहुत मेजर डिफरेंस नज़र आता है वो है टेम्परामेंट। बहुत जल्दी गुस्सा आना, बहुत जल्दी अपना टेम्परामेंट, जैसे आपने बोला कि हम 2 सेकंड एज अ टीनेजर यदि मिरर के सामने खड़े होते थे तो हमारे सर पे पड़ता था और बोला जाता था पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दीजिए। तो वो चीज़ मैम शायद वो जनरेशन बहुत इजीली लेकर गई। यदि आज के जनरेशन में यदि हम बच्चों को, यूथ को ऐसा कर दें तो शायद वो कहीं और, उसके नज़रिया कुछ और होगा बच्चों का। तो हमारे यूथ जो भी हमें इस समय देख रहे हैं, देखिए बहुत प्यारे से की पॉइंट हमारी छाया मैम ने बताया है। एक तो ये बताया कि नेवर कंपेयर योर लाइफ टू एनीवन, दिस इज़ योर लाइफ एंड यू आर द होल सोल ऑफ दैट लाइफ, है ना। जो भी आपकी लाइफ है कभी कंपेयर ना कीजिए, अपनी वैल्यूज़ पे ध्यान दीजिए। आपकी जो वैल्यूज़, जो आपने बचपन से जिन वैल्यूज़ को लेके आप पले बड़े हैं, उन पे स्टिक रहिए। आपके पास जो रिसोर्सेज हैं, दोज आर द रिसोर्सेज गिवन बाय यू, योर पेरेंट्स, योर फैमिली, योर गॉड, है ना। तो उन्हीं रिसोर्सेज को लेकर आपको कैसे आगे बढ़ना, इन प्लेस ऑफ रिपेंटिंग और क्राइंग ओवर दोज रिसोर्सेज विच यू आर नॉट हैविंग। तो वो रिसोर्सेज आपको बनाने हैं अपने लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज से। और लाइक दीज वर द 3 फैक्टर्स विच आई जो मैं बोलूँगी आज, अभी छाया मैम ने बोला है, बताए कि भाई आपके खुद की लाइफ अपने आप के कल के दिन से और आज के दिन से कंपेयर कीजिए कि कल के दिन में क्या कमी थी और आज आप क्या बेहतर पा सकते हैं अपने आप को. Isn't it, Anshul ma'am?
Yeah, of course, and these are the pearls of wisdom, as mentioned by Arpita Nagi. Also, Arpita is also watching this show, and I can see, Kavita Langate also, who's the director of one of the most prestigious management institute in India, Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management and Sciences. And so many work she has done, apart from the Winning Edge, which is her own organization and which she founded, and she is the first generation entrepreneur, and who's writing the another success story. So first of all, the name is so exciting. The name is so inspiring. The Winning Edge. So and even the logo, if we can see, which is in the back of Miss Chaya, wherein the person is just putting his entire energy toward just crossing that boundary and winning the race. So my question is, Chaya, that winning certainly is something that we are always taught since our childhood or from the beginning. So is winning the only important thing for anybody's life, or do we need to, because somewhere what we are observing these days, that in the pretext of, or in the race of winning things, people lose out their values. They are compromising on their dignity, they are compromising on their ethics. So something which is as a human, or it's not very acceptable, but how important is the winning factor in anybody's life? So please just share, like how you evaluate this particular aspect of the life.
Anshul, that's a very good question. If you've seen that logo, the person who is about to be crossing the edge, his head is down. His head is down. You see that?
Yes.
I got goosebumps as you said that. I got goosebumps.
The head is down. Your head has to be down. The humility is most important. Focus, to be grounded, to have your eyes on the ground is most important. And when you say about the values, actually a win which is without values is not a win at all. It's the greatest defeat someone intact is actually a very big win.
Dr. Bakshi is saying hands down, humility. Well said. Yes, of course. It is like बहुत प्यारा बोला मैम आपने.
So winning is not, see again, the concept of winning, if we take in terms of something which worldly, then of course people do that by compromising on values also. But there has to be a deeper meaning to winning. The winning is also about staying true to your values and not giving in. Winning is also about continue doing your duties when the situation is demoralizing. The winning is also about being true to your job and being true to yourself when there is nobody around who's supporting you. It doesn't matter. That is also win. So there are certain wins which are internal. There are certain wins which are external. But any win which is not, which is not in line with your values, or which is not aligned, with your values, is not a win at all.
Wow.
Great.
It's a great definition of winning, ma'am. Excellent. It's a different, different definition of winning. Really.
Because then every night when you're going to sleep, your conscience is going to tell you, such a great loser have you been.
Yeah,
you don't need the world to tell you that.
Your own self.
It is as you mentioned. Of course, as you mentioned previously also, that the comparison is not from outside. Comparison is from within. So the same thing, like ultimately we have to see our own reflection. We have to see the mirror in the morning, that whether we have done something correctly or not, or whether we have actually been compromising on certain things. So absolutely well said. And yeah, I did not perceive the logo that way, that the head is
but
down.
it's a
And
different
certainly
See?
yeah. So certainly while winning, we always need to keep our head down and keep grounded, keep rooted to our own values. So what you say, Ms.
अच्छा
Preeti,
अंशुल
on
जी
this?
तालियां हो जाएं
Yeah.
मेरे
Of course, तालियां.
देखिए अंशुल जी, मैं जितना मैम को सुन रही हूँ मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है जस्ट लाइक मैम आप एक्चुअली यू आर अ ट्रू मोटिवेटर देन, क्योंकि द वे यू आर सीइंग द थिंग्स बियॉन्ड द लाइन, दैट इज हाउ द मोटिवेटर शुड बी. तो बिल्कुल सही आ रहा है आपके साथ दैट यू आर अ मोटिवेटर, बिकॉज आपका जो नज़रिया है चीज़ों को देखने का वो बहुत अलग है, लोगों से अलग है. दैट्स हाउ यू आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर्स. वेल मैम, एक बात बताइएगा, आपका जो बैकग्राउंड, यदि हम पारिवारिक बैकग्राउंड देख रहे हैं तो वो स्टडी से रिलेट है और ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है कि कोई बिजनेस से रिलेट है. तो हाउ कम आपके दिमाग में ये कैसे ख्याल आया कि एक ऐसी कंपनी खोली जाए? ये कहाँ से आइडिया आया कि चलिए अब पढ़ाई लिखाई का बहुत हो गया, नाउ लेट्स डू समथिंग एल्स?
एक्चुअली ऐसा कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है
जी.
मुझे याद है जब मैं पढ़ती थी, I'm supposed to speak in English, right? For those other
No.
You can in Hindi also. But see, let me just tell all the viewers that this program is structured in a way wherein we are catering to international and national audiences. And since it has got global presence, so yes, we always prefer that people should those are watching now or who will be watching us later on, they should understand exactly what we are meaning through or what we mean to convey through this show. So that's the reason. And so you are free to express your thoughts. And as you mentioned that you are from you studied till graduation from Hindi medium, but still it was just a mean of communication. It was just a means of instructions. And knowledge is something which is not confined, or which is not limited only to certain languages. So certainly language is one aspect of it. So you can express thoughts in whichever way you feel like, Ms. Chaya.
Okay. So you know what, it has not been this kind of thinking has actually never been there. I think throughout my life, I have actually functioned with my heart. I don't know how I come across as very hard-nosed or whatever, but the truth is that most of the decisions have been taken by heart. And then, of course, I made sure that now that I've taken a decision, so I have to stay committed and I have to make it work. This is how it's been. So I remember when I was young and I was like, I used to see my father, struggling so much, and he was so principled that he actually had a very tough life. Then I used to think, no, I'm never going to enter the field of education. I'm never going to teach. And my father, he went and he showed my horoscope to somebody, and they said that this horoscope shows, good administrative capability. So he told me that you don't want to teach, then you do IAS. Told me, and you do MSc in mathematics, or you do MA in history, because that's how you sit in IAS, right? In those subjects you end up scoring well.
Yeah.
So he said that you do MSc or you in maths, or you do, because I was good in maths, He said, or you do MA in history. In those days, nobody appreciated history. For you to appreciate history, it takes you to become 30, 40 years old. You just don't understand what is the use of history, I mean. So I told him, I was thinking about it, and I just told him that, see, if I did do my MSc in maths, or if I do my MA in history, and if I don't get selected in IAS, then I'll have to become a teacher. So, because then what else will be left for me? So I'm not going to do that. So I told him, I want to do engineering. If I'm so good in maths, why can't I do engineering? So then after my BSc, they said, okay, you do engineering, what you want to do. So that I applied for UDCT. There were 2 seats there for Madhya Pradesh, of which one I got because of my marks. And then I came over here, and that was the reason I did my engineering. I did it in textile engineering. I passed out in 81. you look at my luck. When I passed out in 81, Datta Samant was shot dead.
Okay, wow.
And the textile
Okay.
industry
My
closed
goodness.
down. Okay. So the textile
Ah.
industry closed down here. Okay.
Yes.
So now I had no career prospects. So I was thinking, okay, let me go to US. I'll study further. I'll do PhD and I'll pursue my career in US. But in those days for textiles, US was not a place. UK was a place, Manchester.
Okay.
So I said, okay, we'll go there. Then some family friends, they insisted, okay, try for the entrance in Bajaj, this and that. And I didn't understand what management was because I was a hardcore science student. So I just did not prepare because that was not on my agenda. And but I got selected. So now that I got selected, so obviously I entered. Okay, this is how I entered JBIMS. Now, once I was in JBIMS and I was thinking, okay, what kind of specialization I should have. There was nobody ever to guide me actually. And I was thinking, okay, for marketing, you have to be very outgoing, which I was not. Then in HR, in those days, there was a lot of industrial disputes, this and that. So I said, I may not be very good at that also because see, while we are on campus, our HR capabilities don't develop. We learn HRM only when we start working.
Absolutely.
HRM is always hard. It is to be learned in a very hard way by handling people. So I was not very confident about my capabilities to handle people. Then I said, okay, in operations, why should I do? I'm an engineer anyway. Okay, so I should specialize in finance.
Okay.
So I specialized in finance. I have specialized in finance. I passed out as an MMS finance from JB. And with that one qualification, I could enter another industry now because the textile industry was dead and gone in the meanwhile. So then I joined Hindustan Petroleum and now here there was another challenge waiting for me. In HP in those days, the finance people were only chartered.
Okay, so not the MBAs.
They had not got MBAs. They had not got MBAs. They thought MBAs, meaning they had MBAs only in marketing and HR departments.
Yeah.
So I was taken from the campus, but I was placed in marketing department. Now I was horrified. I said, what am I going to do? I know nothing of marketing. So I went and met the director of finance and I requested him. I said, sir, neither I'll be able to do any work nor will the company do any justice to salary it pays because I simply have no capability to do this job. So he understood and he put me in a department, although it was not marketing department, it was still marketing finance. Somehow that marketing thing, associated
it remained.
Yeah. So here I was now, and everyone else was a chartered accountant. I was the only MBA. And in those days, I had a lot of difficulty in establishing myself over there, but it's okay. I did that. And then I moved through most of the departments of finance. And then I was just wondering now what to do. In the meanwhile, I decided to have another child and my child needed me. So I said, now I have been through all the finance departments. So there was sort of status quo happening, although there was some great exposure which happened to me in those days. I think when I was in my 30s, I used to handle the overdraft facility of 350 crores of
my God.
Yes,
such a big
it was a great
figure.
exposure. Yeah, every day we were, shifting checks, money of 30, 40 crores from one bank to another. It was a consortium of 8 banks. So it was some great exposure for me. But somewhere I was feeling that I was getting stagnated because I had moved through most of the departments and then my second child needed me. So I said, okay, I have to leave. So when I left, I didn't have any plan on my hand what I was going to do. As I said, another decision I took from my heart. I left, I didn't have anything on my hand, but I think the God wished it the other way around. 11th June 1996 was my last day in HP. And 11th June 1996, I received a letter from NMIMS to become the visiting faculty for teaching.
Wow.
Official accounting. So I said, okay, let us try, because I said, okay, this lecture is about 1.5 hours. I want to take care of my children. While in the afternoon, that small fellow is sleeping. The other one is in the school. I can manage one lecture. So I started doing that. And as she said, since teaching was in my DNA, I started enjoying it. You see now, look at the destiny, how much I resisted. I did not want to become a teacher, but eventually today I love being a teacher. This is what it is.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
trying to tell all the youth also.
So that
जी.
that love can be seen from your students also. Kuldeep Chetri is there, and continuously he's just messaging that whenever he see your sessions and it's always fresh learning, and he always
Excited.
got inspired and amazed,
Kuldeep has
getting
been a
learned from
very,
you.
very committed student.
Yeah.
Very, very committed student.
Prakash, yes, we will have questions in last, Prakash. So
yeah. So then I started that, and then one thing led to another, and then next semester I came to JB, and I said, okay, if I'm teaching, let me teach in my alma mater. So I came here. So that time Dr. Manerikar used to be the director, and I went to her. I said, ma'am, I would like to teach, and she said, you have come so late. All the subjects have been given away. There was one subject, personnel finance or something. She said, you teach this. And I was horrified. I didn't know what subject was that, because when I did my MBA, that subject was not there. I'm like, ma'am, how will I teach? I never learned this. She said, you are an MMS. You have worked for 15 years, and you are telling me that a semester which is going to start from 1.5 months from now, you can't study and teach that. Go sit in the library, study, prepare the material and teach. And I'm like, now that I've asked for it, I can't go back on it also. If I go back on it, my doors will be forever closed. I won't be able to ask ma'am again anything, because I didn't honor, what she offered me. So I said, okay. So I did something. I'm telling you, I'm really so ashamed. I did something. I sat in the library. I did something. The first semester, somehow it passed, while I was literally, calling God, every time I was entering the classroom, and then, but somehow it passed, and but it wasn't so bad, let me tell you. What was more challenging was to teach these part-timers, because they were elder to me. These part-time students, they used to be very senior. So they were elder to me with so much experience, general managers, this and that. I'm trying to teach a subject which I have studied just for 1.5 months in last year. And what am I going to talk? And I can't relate my work experience to this subject, because this subject is something very different from what I did in my work also. Not that I was sitting idle for 13 years. I did a lot of work. I got nothing to do with this subject. But but that is when, slowly I realized that, my MBA degree had become totally obsolete.
Right.
And though I thought that I worked so hard and I did so many things, but my MBA degree had no value, because whatever I did was not coming handy at all. Then I started asking for a new subject every semester. And in 4 or 5 years, I taught every subject of MMS, and I sort of, redid my MBA in what I should say, informally. So I developed control and I started enjoying. So that's the story of teaching.
No, lovely. And I think remaining related and remaining connected to the current affairs is more important. And as you also mentioned in your journey, that when you did MBA, MMS, and by the time you started teaching to students, it was obsolete, or it was kind of not that much related. But I still believe the core wisdom, the core knowledge always remains with you, and that's how within after reading 1.5 months time, you could manage, and very well that too. To teach the experience and the working people, and I think it is somebody's determination also, and you were determined to be a good teacher, and that you did by your performance, and it is really amazing. Yes,
Kuldeep ji kuch bol rahe hain. Kuldeep ji bol rahe hain, having been your student, need to say that each of your session are still fresh in my mind, and it has added new dimension in my thinking. Same here, ma'am. आपने जो भी अभी यहाँ पे बोला, और आपसे जितना भी अभी तक का इंटरेक्शन हुआ है, एक बहुत ही अलग नज़रिए से आपने देखने पे मजबूर किया हमें चीज़ों को। मैम, जब हम बातें करते हैं काम की, सबकी, तो कहीं ना कहीं हम अपनी फैमिली को सेकेंडरी रख के चलते हैं। ऐसा कभी हुआ है कि आप अपनी फैमिली को सेकेंडरी रखा है, या फिर ये बताएं कि आपके फैमिली ने, आपके परिवारजनों ने आपकी कैसे मदद की, या आपको अपसेट किया, नहीं अभी आपका समय नहीं है, आप नहीं कर सकती? कभी ऐसा हुआ, या बिल्कुल ट्रू मोटिवेटर एज अ हीरोज की तरह, नहीं नहीं आप जाएं काम कीजिए, क्या रहा आपके फैमिली का सीन आपके लिए क्या था?
एक्चुअली दोनों ही नहीं होता है,
ओके।
Extremes is
दोनों ही
not
नहीं
there,
होता है,
right?
दोनों
जी
ही
जी
नहीं
जी।
होता है.
हम्म
The thing is that, but we were brought up such that for us, family always came first.
हम्म
That's what we saw with our own mother, whatever may
जी
be, her agenda. I mean, she worked like 18 hours a day. That woman, I mean, I've never seen my mother
रेस्टिंग।
sitting and resting. But
हम्म
there has not been a single moment in my life, and I'm sure in my siblings' lives also, that if we needed her and she was not around. Now, she
So,
didn't really teach us or said anything in so many words that, you have to be there first for your family. But then, this is how
It
one
came
lives, is what we saw, and this is how we lived also.
जी 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 जी
So, ultimately, for me also, my family is first.
जी।
It's always, I left my job for my second child. It's as
सेकंड
simple as
चाइल्ड।
that. I left my job for my second child without having any agenda on my hand. I had zero plan, but I had
जी।
zero insecurities.
हम्म
Because
wow.
that's the
So
only
that
way
is,
of living I knew. I didn't know any other way of living.
जी जी।
Okay.
that
Now,
that seems more important, okay, you are more contented, and
so I'm
and
that's the
yeah,
way
when we are
I
talking
saw.
about,
Huh?
yeah, that's
That's the
what
way I
you
saw one should live. And then
correct.
my family was always there when they realized that, if I'm trying to do something which I always treat next to them, they were always there for me when I once in a way asked for help and support. So it has never so happened that I've never got help and support, or I've never got encouragement when I did something well. So
जी
it has
जी
never
जी।
so happened. So it
So
has
it's
not.
both sided,
Yeah,
properly
nor
executed.
did I tell them that I did a great favor to you, or I did a great sacrifice by putting you first, because I don't think I did anything. I chose to have a family. I decided to get married. So if I had children, if I decided to have a family, I had, obviously it is something
Responsible
I
to
have to put
them.
on top. If I can't
That's
respect
great.
that commitment, how will I respect my commitment at work? You tell me.
Very true, very true. Even again the answer is perfect.
Yeah,
जो
absolutely.
मैंने
And
चूज किया है उसके लिए मुझे करना है, that is like
yeah,
very
so
good.
I'm responsible for my choices, of course.
Yes,
It's
yes.
You have
really
to,
great.
isn't it? And if I
Yes.
go out at work, okay, if I go out at work by being irresponsible at home,
At home. Yeah.
how am I going to teach, or how am I going to tell people who are working with me that they should be honest and responsible and committed on their job?
True, true. Agree.
I mean, do I have a moral right to even ask for it? I cannot ask
So
and command
and
what I do not do.
जी
yeah,
जी
so
जी।
let me just tell everyone here that she is the person of walk the talk, and when I was discussing with her about this show, and she said, okay, I'll be thankfully she accepted the request, and later on when we discussed about it, so she said, एक बार commitment कर दिया ना, so I'm committed to your show. So she is a
Wow.
person of commitments, and as वो सलमान खान भी बोलता है, एक बार commitment कर दिया ना,
कमिटमेंट कर दिया तो
वो
मैं
बाप की
किसी की
भी
नहीं
नहीं सुनता है. So
नहीं
so
ऐसे
Chaya is somebody like,
वैसे नहीं है. हम सबकी सुनते हैं और सबकी सोच के फिर कमिटमेंट करते हैं, क्योंकि अगर बिना सोचे समझे कमिटमेंट कर दिया और कमिटमेंट नहीं रख पाए,
नहीं
तो
पूरा
वो तो
हुआ.
फिर हमारा फेल्योर है ना.
जी
वो तो
जी
फिर
जी
हमारा
जी।
फेल्योर है. तो
So it is
Women of
brilliant.
excellence.
Yeah, women of excellence. She's no doubt she's
Yes,
women
yes.
of excellence. And
Yes,
one
yes,
more
yes.
thing that I would like to know from you, Chaya. See, there are so many faces of you. You are a motivator. You are evangelist. You
Invigilate.
are a teacher. You are a management guru. You are director of so many companies. Then you are CEO. You are entrepreneur, mentor, coach, and at the same time you are an author also. So you
Oh my
wrote a
God.
book. Yeah, you wrote a book about take a chill pill. So
That's a great.
please share. Yeah, the title is
Again, the title is so excited.
so exciting.
Very
Correct.
good, huh?
Yeah,
that title is Can Moms Take a Chill Pill?
yeah. Can
Okay,
mom
huh?
take a chill pill?
Title.
Correct.
So we 8 of us wrote. That is, I think, that is another thing. People say that, you know, women, औरतें की दुश्मन होती हैं. I really don't know how. We were 8 friends and 8 of us together, we wrote one book.
Even I don't believe in
wow.
it, ma'am. मैं भी विश्वास नहीं करती.
Even when we took it to the publisher is also telling, I can't imagine how 8 of you work together. But when we said 8 of us were great friends, you know, and our friendship developed because of our children. You see, our children were all together in one class. And you know, from 9th to 10th, when they go through such a trauma in their life, in the, you know, nowadays, because they have to go through that. They have no holiday. They have to work through their holidays, right? Those tuitions have to be on. That whole thing is targeted at boards, you know, for getting. So we all decided to create our own tuition group of our children. So that, you know, we can plan and design their schedules, and we can plan a proper holiday every 6 months for them, because we didn't want our children to go through that stress. So we got together. We met, you know, I mean, we got connected with the best of the tutors, and then since we created our own group, we could dictate our own schedules with those teachers. So this is how we got together. Okay. Now, we used to meet every 15 days once to review our children's needs, where there were issues, you know, if something was going wrong or they needed some more support in some subject like that. So, you know that Jewel of India restaurant?
Yeah.
Which is now closed.
Correct.
So we were sitting there, 8 of us were sitting, okay, one day over there. And on the next table, there was this journalist from Times of India. She was sitting, and she thought it's a lunchtime, so it must be, you know, that kitty party group, because 8 women sitting over there.
Okay.
There are so many prejudices, you know. She seemed to have overheard our conversation. She realized that we were talking about that now these people have a holiday, so we should get them into some professional drama company, or we should get into some professional band so that their time is well utilized, or we should plan this for them. And then so she got very curious, and she came over to us and she started asking, what is it that you people are doing? So we just told her that we are you know, taking care of our children's schedule. This is a 2 years agenda, 9th and 10th. With eye on the board exams of 10th, and this is what we are doing. She was very excited. In those days, in the Sobo times, one Mr. Sridhar used to run a column, and he had just started this about how getting together in groups can do the problem solving more effectively. So she was from his team, and she went and told him that, you know, this one group which is trying to find solution, you know, for their children. So then they featured our interview over there. When that happened, then Rotary Club of South Mumbai invited us to talk to the parents. So then we talked, and then everybody, 3-4 of them started telling, you all should write a book. You all should write a book with your experience. So now we said, that is too much of asking, you know, none of us has ever written a book, but they're saying, no, you should write. So then 1 or 2 of us, you know, not me, but, you know, there is a friend, you know, Smita Agarwal, she said, we have to write this book, we have to write this book. But how are we going to start, and where are we going to finish? And we had, then we used to meet in National Sports Club of India, because most of us were members over there. So we started, then we said, okay, fine. So we will write stories. Now, then we learned that there is a problem of copywriting. Okay, we'll write our own personal experiences, so nobody can talk about copyright, because then we are not plagiarizing, right? So then we decided to contribute stories. So we got something like 52 stories from our personal experiences, and then we decided, 8 of us, now, 8 of us, about 5, 6, you know, from all of us. So then we decided, okay. So one of us, Dr. Yashwanti Modi, was a gynec. So we literally started the first story from inception, where we talked about Garbha Sanskar, to the last story where my son had recently got married, the elder one, where the relation between the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law.
Wow, that's
modern mother-in-law.
So most talked about relationship, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why actually, but yes. So we wrote those 52 stories. Then we went for publishing to Vakils. Now he said, we have done so much work. You know, it was so much work. We had to help each other in writing. Then we had to think of the titles. Then, you know, getting consensus was not easy. Between 8 people.
8
So,
people.
so that was also a great management case study for me. So,
Yeah, okay.
so then we went to Vakils and we told them, see, we have got this. She was very excited. She said, this is very good work. And there is a place for a coffee table book like this. You know, people are looking for it. She suggested this title, Can Moms Take a Chill Pill? So I said, okay,
Okay.
let's go for it.
Wow.
And then we had a great launch where we had Mrs. Vimla Patil coming
Wow.
in, you know, of Femina.
Okay.
She came for our launch, and then Suraj Badjatya, because his son and was the classmate of, was also one of these students, and therefore his wife was also part of us. So he came, Tom Alter came, and we had a great launch in Oxford Book Depot at Churchgate. बस एक
Wow.
खेल में वो किताब लिख दी, and then another problem was that because my son was studying here for 2 years, so I stopped working outside except for going for my lectures. I said I'm not going to do anything because now he needs my attention and needs my support. Now what to do all day? So now I could sit on the computer and use my time for writing those stories, editing them. Each story you write once, but you edit 8 times, right? This is how it is.
Yes,
8 to
true.
10 times you edit it. So I had this one whole year on my hand where I was doing other than teaching absolutely nothing because I wanted to pay attention to my son and be with him.
Wow.
So I utilized the time sitting over here and on this same very computer, and then we wrote that book and then we published it, and then so many copies got sold, and we were suddenly the writers. We appeared in all sorts of newspapers everywhere.
my
We
God.
went and launched in Delhi also, in Gurgaon, in yeah, everywhere. I don't know. It was a very good experience. I really loved that experience. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
So
During
great,
lockdown
great.
we had seen one series, अंशुल जी,
Yeah.
मॉम्स के ऊपर ही था, एंड जैसे मैम बता रही हैं ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे वो पिक्चर ही मैम की बुक को देख के तो नहीं बनी. दैट वाज लाइक मॉम्स के ऊपर ही थी, मॉम्स जर्नी
Okay.
थी, एंड देयर वर आई थिंक 5 to 8 फ्रेंड्स ओनली
Okay.
in that
Okay.
movie as well. करिश्मा कपूर की मूवी थी. आई एम नॉट रिमेम्बरिंग द नेम. सीरीज आई थी उनकी, and she was like ऐसे ही
we should figure it out which one is this.
हाँ,
And in
I
that
know.
case, like if Chaya, it is copied from your book, you can claim
Copyright.
the patent there. Yeah.
I have taken a chill pill now.
Yeah,
Okay,
great.
that's perfectly fine. Ma'am, tell something about your kids. आपने बच्चों की बातें की, आपने बताया कि बेटी की शादी हुई.
क्या बताऊं?
कुछ भी बताएं. अपना फैमिली के बारे में थोड़ा बताएं.
देखो, अपने बच्चे तो सबको ही प्यारे लगते हैं.
हाँ जी.
मेरे को तो ये सारे मेरे कॉलेज वाले बच्चे भी उतने ही प्यारे लगते हैं. मेरे को वो भी मेरे ही बच्चे लगते हैं. ये लोग जब पढ़ने के लिए बाहर गए थे और when I was like really missing my children, that is when actually my passion for teaching grew more, because I got so much love, from these people. They were all so sweet, and I used to scold them a lot. Actually, I'm known to be a very strict teacher. Very strict, very disciplinarian. I was such a disciplinarian. I never gave any concession to anyone. But everyone always got the consideration from me if there was something wrong. I always worked and helped them,
DK Bakshi ji लिख रहे हैं, you are mother woman and power woman.
Yeah.
Power man.
Power woman.
Power को नहीं समझ में आता है क्या power क्या चीज होती है. मैंने ऐसे I never thought
your
in
simplicity
those
is your power, ma'am. Your simplicity is your power.
Yeah,
When somebody doesn't know what power you having, तो उनका simplicity ही उनका power होता है.
Yes, actually,
I never approached life like that, with an awareness of being powerful, or with an objective of getting any power. Nothing actually. I kept accepting whatever came my way. That's
so
it.
being natural
I
is
simply loved
more power thing, and as we all say now. Why Earth is so powerful? Because it has got the gravity, it has got the force that pulls things towards it, and same applies, same resonates with Chaya also. She is so powerful and she empowers others because she herself is very grounded. She is connected to her roots, and the way she catches people, I think it is amazing. And yeah, during the show, as you mentioned that there were 8 friends of you who came together and wrote this book. And so the founder of this movement, Dr. Bakshi, he just mentioned that 8 women, meaning 80,000 women, we need to connect to this movement. this movement, which is a global movement, and hashtag women power. So would love to hear from you, Chaya, that how you can, since you are empowering so many people, so how you would contribute towards this movement, hashtag women power, which has got presence in more than 20 countries, and Dr. Kiran Bedi is first face of this movement, and we have got support from so many eminent women power, like Miss Ira Singhal, Miss Dr. Pranati Tilak, then Shivani
Nabumita,
Kashyap, so many,
so
and
many, yes.
even Sister Shivani, she is going to be there on our show. So we have got support from so many eminent people across the globe. So how you would contribute towards this movement, Chaya?
You tell me, na Anshul. Now you're interviewing me. Okay, you have seen me. You have seen my profile. You have seen me working. You tell me in what way I can contribute. I will contribute. See, I can only contribute. If it empowers, it is really good, because I have never, as I said, I've never thought about even trying to empower somebody. I have always thought of surrendering myself to my job and contributing my best on the job. In the bargain, it ends up empowering everybody. I think it's great. Maybe because I do work honestly. Maybe that's why, that is why. So you tell me what I can do, I will do.
Definitely. So we will connect offline also about it, and we'll do something, for this movement wherein we can empower women. And see, this movement is not confined only to particular caste, creed, or religion or nation. It is open for all, irrespective of caste, creed, religions, and regions. So definitely we will connect, and we'll see how we can contribute more to achieve the objective that we have to touch upon more than 1 billion and million of women across the globe. So it is really going great, and there are so many shades of Chaya, as I'm mentioning again and again, author, entrepreneur, and business women. One more thing that is there, two things I would say. So one is about the another ability of her, wherein one very big auditorium is there in Mumbai, Sanmukhanand Hall, wherein she
she's laughing.
Yeah, because
there was something good.
it is really good, and she participated, and she just she was kind of so mesmerizing that day. She sung a song there. So Chaya, please just share which song was that, and what was the story behind it?
Actually, the story.
And we would love to hear as well. थोड़ा सा गाना भी सुन लेंगे तो अच्छा हो जाएगा. मूड फ्रेश हो जाएगा हमारे ऑडियंस का भी.
Certainly, why not? क्योंकि मौके पे चौका लगना बहुत जरूरी होता है, और हम लोग वो मौका जाने नहीं देंगे. Yeah, so Chaya, please, few lines.
I'll tell you. See, when I was studying here in JB, I used to do many things, to earn some little more pocket money. Okay, there used to be welfare coaching classes in Andheri where I used to go and teach maths. So, सवा घंटे का 20 रुपया मिलता था. But that 20 रुपया had a lot of value, because I used to stay in a hostel in Matunga. From Matunga to Churchgate, the local ticket was 20 paise.
Okay.
One-way ticket. And if you take a pass, it was much cheaper. So there I used to teach. And then I used to write in Hindi for Navbharat Times, and give talks at All India Radio, because they found Hindi speaking people with difficulty in Mumbai, because Mumbai was predominantly Marathi.
You've been there in All India Radio as well, ma'am? You've been there?
As a student, yeah. As a student, I used to do.
Okay, I'm RJ there. Sorry to interrupt you.
Now, but I'm talking about the year 81 to 85, 86.
Oh, okay.
I was very ancient. There used to be one lady called Hemangini Ranade.
Okay.
I used to work with her. If anybody knows whom there, then she must have been retired long time back. So used to give me assignments. Then in Navbharat Times, Vishwanath Sachdev ji was there. He used to give me assignments. I used to write, and likewise, I went and sang in Shanmukhanand Hall also for an orchestra, so that
Okay.
I could make some money as a as a pocket money, because Bombay was an expensive city. Whatever scholarship I was getting, at times I used to find it difficult, and then but I didn't want to bother my father, with the request for money, because 3 of us were studying at the same time in the hostel. And then my father used to take care of his parents, 3 of us, and also his own house, right, with my mother. And I knew that it was very tough on him. So I used to do these things. So this, I remember his name was Ashok Manjrekar. He was cousin of Mangeshkar sisters. And he identified a song for me. That song, I'm feeling so embarrassed. Okay, I'll tell.
Go for it, ma'am.
That song of Asha Bhosle, Raat Akeli Hai, Bujh Gaye Diye.
Raat Akeli Hai. जी सुनाए मैम, please.
पता नहीं आवाज वहां तक जाती भी है कि फट जाएगी, मुझे पता नहीं है, पर
नहीं आएगी मैम, बहुत मधुर आ रही है आपकी आवाज।
कोशिश करने से हार हो भी जाती है तो कोई बात नहीं, ट्राई करने से क्या जाता है, कोशिश करते हैं। You really want me to sing?
Yes, ma'am. We would love to, and people are saying we need it, ma'am. Go ahead. We need singing in tough times. Please go for singing. Not even we. Public demand hai, ma'am.
Other song I will do, because in that you have to really go, like God alone knows from where to where.
Whatever you feel.
Which song you would like to dedicate today on this show, please?
We want to hear Vanita Shetty ji's बोल रही हैं, Vanita Shetty बोल रही हैं. We want to hear.
I'll sing 2 lines.
जी.
रोदाए मोहब्बत क्या कहिए, रोदाए मोहब्बत क्या कहिए, कुछ याद रही कुछ भूल गए, 2 दिन के मसरत क्या कहिए, 2 दिन की मसरत क्या कहिए, कुछ याद रही कुछ भूल गए, रोदाए मोहब्बत क्या कहिए, क्या कहिए।
Oh my God! मैम जैक ऑफ ऑल ट्रेड्स।
Yes, yeah.
हाँ, और कितनी खूबसूरती से गाया है। Oh my God! ब्यूटी प्लस ब्रेन, देखिए नीचे ब्रिलियंट, चीयर्स, ग्रेट, झकास, एक्सीलेंट, वाह, वंडरफुल, माइंड ब्लोइंग,
so lovely.
इट वाज सो सूदी। बहुत खूबसूरती से आपने गाने को गाया, निभाया। क्या निभाया है मैम, मालूम होता तो स्टार्टिंग ही आपके गाने से की होती हमने।
Hidden talent, yeah, correct. Hidden talent.
Yeah, Helen.
And really, and as again and again I'm saying there are so many things to tell about Chhaya, and the kind of inspiration we derive from her, the kind of inspiration we take from her. Very few things that people know about her is that she did her some projects with Dr. Mashelkar, who is one of the topmost scientists of our nation. Wow. And then she worked on some assignments with Dr. Sivan also, who is head of ISRO. And one project that she initiated, and the way it went, it was in BMA, Bombay Management Association, Mission 10X. So I think it was amazing, and still it is being continued. Chhaya, the seed that you saw, during your tenure, it has grown and taken a shape of, bigger tree now. and I think the future generation are going to reap the fruits from that tree. And whatever you have done, it is brilliantly and amazingly, and you have always created landmarks for people. And there is so much to learn from you. And one more thing that I know about you is that so many people may or may not trust into that, or may not believe into it. But yes, there are certain occult sciences that we say, and astrology is one such science. And you
Don't tell me she's excellent in that as well. Is it so?
So that's
Oh
what
my
I'm
God.
saying. So she has got so many faces, and yes, she believes into that, and she practices some part of it. Just would like to know from you, Chaya, that how this astrology or the knowledge of astrology help anybody to know the surroundings, or to see, we cannot change certain things, but at least we can reduce or enhance the intensity of the things. So, see, now you are getting online clients also, Chaya. Dr. Bakshi has already requested. So, certainly,
Need number.
we will share your number to him. And so, how it helps, Chaya, to having knowledge of astrology or any stream of astrology, how it helps us as a person to reduce some or enhance some intensity of the things that are going to come, or that we can predict to an extent. So please share that.
But Anshul, first of all, I really want to thank you for mentioning Dr. Sivan and Dr. Mashelkar. Actually, that gives me an opportunity to express my gratitude on the show. I have been extremely fortunate with the mentors that I have got. I think just like when I was young, it was my mother and my father. Then when I entered HP as my first job, when I was in UDCT, again, there was one professor of mine, they are the ones who gave me the scholarship to sustain for 3 years. Then while I was in JB, again, the teachers, Mr. Mehrotra, Mr. Muradian, I am till today in touch with them. Every year I'm still sending on Teachers' Day wishes to them. I touch their feet. I've been exceptionally fortunate in getting good mentors, and this is one thing when you were asking for people to succeed, is that always find a good mentor. Remember, there will always be something in life where you will be at crossroads and you will want to know what to do, how to go about it, and you have to have a very good mentor for you. So always find a great mentor. That is what will take you to the winning edge. So this is one thing. Now, likewise, I got a great mentor in more than one, actually. In Hindustan Petroleum also, a couple of my bosses, they have been such fatherly figures that till today on Father's Day, I wish them. And after that, yes, through that. And then when I started on my own in the winning edge also, when I started my own work and everything, I kept on having mentors. Every time I saw someone who I felt the respect for, I have never lost touch with a person like that. I've always made sure that I stay in touch with a person who evoked respect in me. Because somewhere, from inside, I knew that this person can always guide me. And, this person will always help me. So Dr. Mashelkar was also one such person whom I met during BMA. And I'm grateful, even Dr. Sivan also, with them also, a couple of startups we are mentoring with ISRO also now today. So this is one thing I thought I should talk about before I move on to astrology, because this was a very big, I should say, big karak, what we say, cause for anybody to succeed in life. Yes, it is. You need to have a great mentor for you always, and more if you have, even better. Now about the astrology. Okay, now see, actually, I don't really practice astrology from the point of view of forecasting something, or because I'm actually too happy-go-lucky for that. I just go through life the way it unfolds every day, the way it unfolds. But why I got why I got involved with astrology is because it is such a deep science that, and it's an art and science both.
Science.
As in, as in the scientific findings of a horoscope have to be artistically interpreted. There is a lot of, what I should say, human angle involved in that. And that is where, your left and right brain both are challenged very heavily. If you must know how to interpret those findings properly, because it's like, people will always say, which is also true. So this both two persons have the same sun sign, so their life should be just identical. So why it is not? Somebody who's born on the same day, why they don't? So these questions are, these questions, if you have to answer, you got to study the science in detail. And I studied from that perspective, and I'm quite good at actually predicting somebody's sun sign also, even on the basis of their physical features, the facial features and the way they talk or the way they conduct themselves, the way they walk. I sometimes am able to do that. But I think the greatest contribution of astrology for me has been to learn more deeply about the human behavior and the circumstances and the environment, why they are turning the way they are. It has made me a better empath. And what we talk about EQ and SQ, I think that is where it helps in building our. So as far as I'm concerned, I have always looked at it as a source of knowledge from that perspective, and not for predicting anything. There's no point in wanting to predict anything, because the moment you start looking at your own horoscope also from that point of view, and you see something horrific, then you live in fear for the rest of your life until that day, until that happens.
So it is. I think
looked at my own, never at my own horoscope also from.
So it is something like the two-wheeler drivers, they wear helmet. So it is not that they will met accident, then only they have to wear it. They wear just to protect themselves. It is just a tool wherein we can actually, by the appropriate knowledge of it, we can protect ourselves to an extent. And as you mentioned about Dr. Mashelkar, yes, I am also really grateful and full of gratitude towards him. And let me tell all the viewers also, and the viewers who are going to watch it later on, that Dr. Mashelkar is somebody, I think, who came out from such a humble background that we cannot even think of. And he never refrained, or he's not afraid, he's not ashamed of sharing that, under what circumstances he studied and from where he raised his bar, and to a level which is not achievable to most of us. So I think we should get inspired, and we should read or know more and more about such people, because they are the live examples, and merely by talking to these people, we get inspired and motivated. So Dr. Mashelkar is, I
remember one beautiful couplet, which goes like this: सब कुछ पाकर भी हासिल है जिंदगी कुछ भी नहीं, सब कुछ पाकर भी हासिल है जिंदगी कुछ भी नहीं, हमने देखे हैं से एक सिकंदर खाली हाथ जाते हुए.
Wow. क्या बात है, बहुत बढ़िया.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
These people who have so much humility, it is because they just are so grounded. Another one, आंधियां हसरत से सर पटकती रह गईं, आंधियां हसरत से सर पटकती रह गईं, बच गए वो पेड़ जिनमें झुकने का हुनर था.
क्या बात है.
Lovely. So I think it is going aligned with your logo also, wherein I think since beginning you are talking only and only about humility, humility, and remaining grounded. I think that's the core message we all need to take from today's discussion, that we need to keep rooted, we need to keep grounded, and we need to remain to our core values. And we have, Dr. Bakshi also, the founder of this hashtag Women Power, which is a global movement having presence in more than 20 countries. Why I'm saying it again and again, so that, in NLP, in neuro-linguistic programming, it is said that if you are thriving again and again, it will somewhere keep, make a mark in the people's
universe
life.
Will mark it.
Yeah. So it is a global movement, and I would urge and request people to join our movement, wherein we can empower others by virtue of whichever method we can. So I would request Dr. Bakshi to come live on the show.
अंशुल जी, एक क्वेश्चन और था, पहले उसे पूछ लें प्लीज
So
सर
we
को.
will, we'll meanwhile
There was a question, no?
Yeah.
निशा जी ने पूछा था, how can we calculate humility along our young one, especially when it come to elder one in the family? That was a question asked by Nisha ji.
Inculcate. It is inculcate. I think she missed that.
Yes.
How can we
Calculate?
Inculcate.
No, it's not in humility, and among our young one, especially when it comes to elder one in the family.
But I have not understood the question. No?
I think she means to ask here that how we can inculcate, or how we can infuse
inculcate.
Humility.
Okay.
Yeah, humility or
among our young one and elder one.
Youth of present generation, because somewhere they are
both generations
adamant. They are having their own perception, their own mindset, wherein they are not ready to listen to certain things. So how we can inculcate being the senior, being the senior and elders to them. So I think this is the question Nisha is asking. So Dr. Bakshi, please join in between.
Yes, sir.
For your response, Chaya.
Just by I think exercising humility all the time. I mean,
okay,
that's the only way. You can't. How do you inculcate? When they see, I have seen so many people. They come. They start speaking so arrogantly, and because I come across as very simple. With a lot of humility, people think isko kya aata hoga, kya. Not that it bothers me. But I have seen many people who start with me with a lot of arrogance. But I stick to my values, and I see them turning into a nice, humble soul. They are very nice to me after that. That's the only way. How else? You can only teach by being example. By being an example yourself. There is no other way you can teach. You can say anything. People are never going to learn. They are going to learn what they imbibe. What do they see?
Absolutely. And in fact, I would just share. I saw one meme wherein the child was saying something and the tongue was coming out, and the elder one, the mother, was standing behind, and it was her tongue coming out of the child's mouth. So this is something wherein whatever we are actually performing or doing at home, or maybe in society, the same thing goes to the next generation. We delegate the same behavior to others. So it's really brilliant. Yeah, and welcome Dr. Bakshi on the show.
Yes,
again.
sir, welcome.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Anshul and Niti. What a wonderful show. And I must thank Chaya ji. You are an example of a great mother women power. We will call you mother women power.
Mother women
And
power.
the way you led it and the way you shared your journey of excellence in a very simple way. Amazingly grateful for Anshul and Niti to get you on the show. And some of the key learnings which I could pick up is very beautiful and very brilliant. And of course, नूर तो बिल्कुल वो कहते हैं ना वो इस देश में कितनी नूर है जिसको हम पहचानते नहीं. आपका तो भगवान ने बहुत अच्छा नूर दिया है. And smile is really infectious, there's no doubt. But some of the great learning I got from your session was that I do not dominate. I surrender myself to the work. I do not dominate. I surrender myself to the work. And that is where your passion starts working. And that's what I call romancing with your destiny. I am also a similar kind of work where I call it romancing with my destiny. And when you surrender to the work, it's a romancing with your destiny. That was key learning number one. Second was the logo which you're talking about, Winning Edge. and heads down. Humility, 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 humility. Yes, you cannot win unless you're down. You have got to go down, you've got to bow. And the logo talks volumes about what you have thought about your organization, the Winning Edge. Third one is, which is very important, which you talked about, external win and internal win. So there are certain wins which are internal and there are certain wins which are external. For external, it's different. But what are you winning internally? That's more important. Pandemic last 14 months, we are not earning anything, but we are probably internally winning. And even right now, what is going on in the country is one of the worst situations of life. And I was yesterday whole day at cremation ground. My mamaji, I was there with kids. And you know what's going on? My mommy expired 15 days back. Mamaji yesterday. 3 or 4 patients, close relatives are in last bed. I mean, they can go anywhere, anytime. That is the pandemic we are in. But then we have to contribute. We have to contribute. There's one more learning which I got from is compare with the version of yours. This is very great for the youth.
Yes.
You are a mentor, you are a coach. I'm a mentor, I'm a coach. Compare with version of yours. What an amazing talk you delivered. And then you said, I am responsible for my decisions. I am responsible for my decisions. And finally, you talk about Dr. Mashalkar. He has been a great mentor for all of us, great guy.
Yeah, he
And,
deserves.
and then one more important thing which I want to talk to you, which you talked about, 8 women together and publishing a book. Now we are not going to leave you, ma'am. We are going to have 800,000 women. 800,000 women is your target to get onto this hashtag Women Power Global Movement. So please become part of this movement, which is, as Anshul said, 20 countries. First Women Power is Dr. Kiran Bedi. And then we have all followed in 20 countries. And we are all mad about it. We have a responsibility to change the world, to change the world, to change the world, to change the world, and to create the passion among women to become the women power. Because without women, we are nothing. So our role here is that you are now part of us, and I need your commitment, because as you said, once you commit to आप किसी की नहीं सुनते हैं. आज हम आपसे commitment चाहते हैं.
Commitment चाहते हैं, मैम.
Commitment चाहते हैं कि you will get 800,000 women to this globally, any part of the world, any race, any color, any creed, any nationality, any religion. So हमारे साथ जुट जाइए. ये एक पागलपन है हमारा. We have already reached around 500-600,000 women around the world. And I want to declare here, I want to give Anshul and Niti one more this thing. Asian University of Women have approached me through Ericsson, through WebEx CEO, whom I interviewed on DNA of Leadership. So we will be doing a very big show around the world. Tony Blair will be part of our show.
Wow.
So
that's great.
Show. Yes, we will be announcing it in the next couple of weeks, and where we are going to be targeting that it should straight away go to 1 million women in the world. So WebEx is going to be partnering, and many organizations are going to be partnering for this show. Tony Blair has already confirmed to be with us on this show. And global talent, women power is going to be partnering. All of you women will be playing a role. That's what I thought. I will make an announcement, and this is getting finalized anytime. So on behalf of global talent and on behalf of hashtag Women Power Global Movement, Chayaji, I am really grateful to you for sparing your time this evening. Irrespective of all odds, irrespective of all tough times, we all have our relatives, friends right now in hospital, struggling, suffering, but at the same time, India be strong for winning the race against Corona. So, Chayaji, I am somehow, I have been in the field of human resources 34 years. पर कभी आपसे मुलाकात नहीं हुई है. 16-17 साल बाहर हो गए, पर जरूर आपसे मुलाकात करेंगे. ये मेरा मिसफॉर्चून नहीं मिले. अब अंशुल और नीति की तरफ से आप मिल गए. अब हम छोड़ने वाले नहीं हैं.
बिल्कुल सर.
मैडमैन, मैं भी आपको छोड़ने वाला नहीं हूँ. I am also.
And he's our honorable woman. He has already tagged him.
I am an honorable woman in this hashtag women power.
Yes,
हम तो
yes,
छोटे
yes.
वाले नहीं हैं आपको.
Sir, you were destined to meet her here. Otherwise, you both
जी.
are so prominent figures in HR fraternity, be it IMA, be it BMA, or any other for that, even ISTD for that matter. So I think
True motivators both are true motivators.
Yeah, both are true motivators, and I think I was destined to be the catalyst for this meeting, and I'm really thankful for that.
BMA, I have addressed once when Yogi Sriram was the president of Bombay Management Association. I was that time the vice president of Delhi Management Association, and I have been part of IMA, I have been part of DMA, I have been part of National Charity Network, I have been part of ISTV. ISTV तो 4-5 talks मैंने किए, कभी मुलाकात नहीं हुई, हद है, आज मुलाकात
है। I have to thank Anshul for the invite. Anshul, thank you so much for the invite.
My pleasure, my honor.
Because of you, I got introduced to so many nice people. I could speak my heart out. I have just spoken whatever crossed my mind. I have just been spontaneous. I hope I haven't wasted any time on the show.
Oh my God, not at all, ma'am. It was utilizing of the time, talking with you.
Because I have not prepared or anything. I've just been speaking whatever crossed my mind. So
that's how we do. That's how we interact with people. You need not to prepare anything.
So this is
from heart.
Yeah. So this is a show wherein we say it is Dil Se, and absolutely whatever we discussed, whatever came out, it was from all of our heart. And the movement also started when something good came to Dr. Bakshi's heart that he should do something. And during this pandemic time, I think more than 100 such sessions we have done so far. And trust me, it is absolutely free of cost. Not a single penny, nothing, not even a single paisa is being earned out of it. But the only objective, the only intention is to give back to people if we can, and that is the only try from this movement, and how we can empower others, and that's how I urge again the viewers to join us and join hands in this movement, when we can contribute to the fullest, to the maximum, and utilize, as Chaya also mentioned, that we should utilize maximum of whatever resources we have. So I think we should utilize the time and remaining connected through virtual modes, and staying safe at home. So
yes. She's already been committed. She said, whatever you people will say, I will do, and she's committed now.
You all know now. You all know what I could do, because I really don't know what I could do. I'm new to your organization. Today only I got introduced. But if you think I can do something, I'll be very happy to do.
Thank you so very much, Chaya ma'am. कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे मैम के लिए?
Your singing and your शायरी तो बहुत ही powerful थी. That was
अरे बहुत
powerful.
बहुत ज़्यादा.
अब हवाएं ही करेगी रोशनी का फैसला.
क्या
अब
बात है?
हवाएं ही करेंगे रोशनी का फैसला. जिस दिए में जान होगी वो दिया रह जाएगा.
क्या बात है सर, क्या बात है. देखिए
अभी इतनी बड़ी गंदी हवा चल रही है, दिया हमारा बुझ रहा है. मैं दोबारा बोलूंगा कि हमें ये जो दिया हमारा है जिसमें रोशनी है, इसको थोड़ा तेल डाल के रखना,
संभाल के रखना है,
ताकि ये हवा से बुझे ना. अब मैं दोबारा बोलूंगा, अब हवाएं ही करेगी रोशनी का फैसला. जिस दिए में जान होगी वो दिया रह जाएगा, वो दिया रह जाएगा, वो दिया रह जाएगा. हमें इस देश को बचाना है, लोगों को बचाना है. अपने इस दिए को जला के रख दीजिए. हवा गलत चल रही है, बहुत गलत चल रही है. हमें बचाना है. We have to save Indians from this disaster what's going on.
इसके लिए सर एक बात जरूर बोलूंगी, we'll have to keep a faith. वो faith इतना strong होना चाहिए that nobody can touch that faith. वो जब तक, हाँ जी सर, power of faith will work right now, nothing else. So we'll have to, yes, positivity,
power
yes,
of persistence, and power of pride, and power of passion, leading to power of faith.
Yeah,
जी.
of course, of
Thank
course.
you very
Really,
much,
thank
Chaya
you
ma'am.
so much.
And
Thank you so
And
very
Uncle,
much.
Uncle and Nikki,
जी sir.
always proud of you. My
Thank you,
Mumbai
thank you.
chapter is
Oh my
becoming
God.
very, very strong.
Yeah,
Very,
strongly.
very strong.
Thank you so very much.
United we rock. And at last, I would say, and end of the session, I will close the session only by saying, जो पागल होते हैं इतिहास वही लिखते हैं, समझदार तो सिर्फ इतिहास दोहराते हैं. So here we are creating another history by another session, and it was an honor. It was a pleasure. It was overwhelming having you on this show, Miss Chaya. And thank you, Dr. Bakshi. Thank you,
Dr.
Ms.
Bakshi,
Niti.
to come and
Yeah.
join.
And thank you all the viewers, and keep blessing. Stay safe at home and remain blessed, and keep
Yes.
helping others by whichever mean, by whichever way you can. So thank you so much.
Thanks everyone. Have a
And
blessed
create- And to create global talent and winning edge.
Yes.
Definitely, yes.
Hashtag Women Power Rock.
Yeah.
मुझे लग रहा है अंशुल जी बहुत बड़े वाला थैंक्स अपने व्यूअर्स को देना चाहिए, क्योंकि आज जो कमेंट्स और बहुत प्यारे प्यारे क्वेश्चंस आए, बहुत प्यारे प्यारे कमेंट्स किए हैं थ्रू आउट द सेशन. थैंक्स टू ऑल ऑफ यू whoever were watching and going to watch this session. It was extremely superb, excellent, and thanks to Chaya ma'am and definitely our honorable Dr. Bakshi ji, DK Bakshi sir. Thank you so very much. Thank you Anshul ji.
Okay, all the best. Share the number of
Bye.
Chaya madam. हमें एस्ट्रोलॉजी का भी पता करना है. Okay.
Perfectly fine sir. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Chaya,
Thank you
you were
everyone.
saying
Thank you
something?
everyone.
Oh, no. Should I?
Okay, ma'am.
You want me to say a nice Sanskrit shlok? It's a beautiful Sanskrit
Please
shlok.
go for it.
Definitely.
Go for
Please.
It says kusumam varna sampannam gandhahinam na shobhate kriyahinam maturam vachanam tatha.
क्या बात.
Just the way a beautiful flower which has no fragrance is not admired. Likewise, just the sweet talk which is not backed by action is useless.
Wow. Oh
That's
my
my
God.
that's my parting note to everyone who's watching, for all the students. Remember that your intelligence is shown by the action that
Actions.
knowledge is of no use if it is not used with action.
Wow, that's great. Like,
Thoughts become things only by action. No thoughts can become things without action. Action, and action. Chaya ma'am, जितने भी आप लोग देख रहे हैं ना, हम पागल लोग हैं.
It's
A lot of action.
So there are
crazy.
We are 3 idiots, 4 crazies here. So let's put it off, and all crazy people here. And crazy, as I said, के जो पागल होते हैं, जो सिरफिरे होते हैं, इतिहास वही लिखते हैं. You talk about Thomson, Alva Edison, or anybody for that matter. बाकी लोग तो सिर्फ दोहराते हैं. And I'm sure we are going to create another landmark, another history for the nation and for the youth and for the generations to come.
for the generation.
Yes.
Vanita Sethi,
Thank you
very
so
good
much.
to see you there. All the best.
Yeah.
Yes, crazy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
bye. Take care, everyone. Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening.